next matchup, we have Raul Rosas Jr. standing 5'9" with a reach of 67 inches. On the other side, we have Perrin, a record of 10-6, standing 5'7" with a 69-inch reach. That's kind of interesting. I was listening to Jay do the interviews yesterday. He made some good points from a perspective of there are certain things, certain ups and downs you got to have in your career, but they really build you and make you a better fighter. And him just saying that he has so much experience that Raul basically being so new to the game as far as being at this level, he don't understand the pressure that come with it. And at the end of the day, Jay is basically saying that his experience should be enough for him to be able to use against Raul. He made a lot of good talking points. Unfortunately, he finna get mauled. And let me tell you why he gonna get mauled. I went back to watch his previous fights just to see how he gets beat. And guess how he normally get beat?
Taken down?
Taken down. That's why they picked this fight. That's why they picked somebody who don't have dangerous hands like that.
And then Raul, sometimes we see him take people down, and even if he don't get the finish, he can dominate them. And Perrin, we seen him get taken down, and they don't really come close to finishing him. So he's good enough and crafty enough to like not get finished, but still lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
in the Diego Silva fight, the first thing Diego did in 5 seconds was pick Jay up and slam him. Picked him up, slammed him. I'm like, this fight was 2 years ago. Raul is going to do you way worse. And I'm calling it. Hold on, let me see. Jay has only been submitted 1 time. So that's one good thing for him. And he's lost 5 decisions. Now, 4 of his wins come by submission. But let me see who he submitted, man. But he has not had a submission win. Well, his last one was in 2021.
You talking about Perrin?
And that was against somebody who was 9-7. And at the time, that dude was 8-6.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Jay ain't trying to go to the ground.
Dude, he need to keep the fight on the feet, but then you look at the stand-up, and the stand-up ain't nothing special. And actually, in the Diego Silva fight, he got dropped.
No, his striking is good.
He's not dangerous on the feet, though.
Yeah.
He only got 2 knockout wins anyway, and then his striking is not particularly good enough for him to come up with the right game plan to stop Raul.
I mean, I think his boxing is real good, actually.
It ain't dangerous. But it's not dangerous. Like, bro, at the end of the day, he hit Raul hard enough, he just gonna get taken down anyway. The only thing that can really put things in Jay's favor is if Raul get nervous because of the big bright lights. That's the only thing that, I don't care how talented, I don't care how good you are. Something about those bright lights. And you, bro, that's the main event of the TV prelims. Raul could go in there and freeze up, man, and get stiffened up.
But another thing is, we see these guys be undefeated, and then they come to the UFC and they lose 1, 2, 3 fights in a row. So like, just because somebody's 6-0 and they're dominating everybody, don't mean they can do that against a UFC veteran.
It ain't so much that I'm just super impressed. I'm not saying he's Malcolm Morales, but because he's not there yet, even on that level. But I'm saying Jay is a hand-picked fight for a reason. But the UFC did not pick a fighter to go in there that's gonna knock out a 17-year-old right before the pay-per-view start.
Did you see Perrin fight against Mario Bautista?
Yeah, well, that's a new Mario, man.
You saw Mario had to keep taking him down,
which is exactly what Raul's gonna do.
Oh, damn. You get taken down by Mario, then
it's over. Yeah, it's definitely. So I'm picking Raul, man, just because Jay, he might have the experience and look, cool guy, good interview. But I'm sorry,
it's just his skill set. It's his weaknesses he has.
Exactly. That's
what it is,
they picked him because his one particular weakness is the particular strength of Raul. I'm telling you, unless Raul just become a deer in the headlights, I just don't see how he loses this fight. But
I agree with what you're saying. Like if Raul was fighting anybody else, any other veteran, and say they had decent ground game, if Perrin grappling defense was a little bit better, I'd choose him.
And then truthfully, Jay has 4 submissions, but look at the people he submitted. The most recent one was against somebody who was 8-6 at the time. And then before that, the last submission win came in the beginning of 2018. So all the other fights have been decision, with the exception of that 1 submission win. But then even this, he don't have enough KOs to let me know that he's dangerous enough to even drop Raul and then submit him. So you don't even have the hands to submit him because you're not just going to out-grapple him.
I don't think it's the hands. I think it's just the takedown defense, because if you have decent striking, it's enough to keep your opponent at bay and win a decision. You know, and then nothing is, he hasn't won no fights. He's 0-3 in the UFC. Perrin, he's 0-3 in the UFC. So, I mean, I know some of them fights are real close, but like I said, if his grappling defense was just a little bit better, I probably would pick him.
Man, if he had better hands, it might help because he got a reach advantage.
But even if he had better hands, his takedown defense is trash. Yeah, so he still can get taken down.
Couldn't get 8 alive up in this fight. So it's weird because when I listened to the interview, I kind of almost wanted to change my mind. If you go listen to that interview he did at the little interview, the UFC interview, you will stop and think.
But he's always confident. He's always confident when he fights. That's just how he is.
Oh, well, I ain't
But go
falling for
back,
that.
yeah, but go back and look at his fights. So his fights almost like, dang man, you were confident, but you still lost. You 0-3.
I'm picking Raul. What's your final?
Yeah, me too.